can!
It's over!
He's done it again! Unbelievable!
Oh, straight into the roof of the net.
Nice one.
Straight down the middle. So a good performance from both teams.
Hi, welcome to Firstpost. I'm Rupha Ramani. Let's get started. On the show today, India start their test series against world champion South Africa's strong, but the bigger question is, Shubman Gill ready and able for all formats' presence and leadership? The hype around Lionel Messi's GOAT tour to India is hotting up. Guesses on what a special meet and greet with the champion will cost you? Stick around to know more. And imagine swearing off a haircut on the condition that your favourite club notches up 5 wins on the trot. Tough luck if the club happens to be Manchester United. One such die-hard fan is going viral just because of this. But first, the headlines. Starting with cricket, the first test between India and South Africa has started in Kolkata. Batting first, South Africa were bowled out for 159 runs in the first innings. Jasprit Bumrah picked up a fifer in response. India has made a strong start and are poised to end the day 1 well. In football, Portugal will have to wait for a direct 2026 World Cup qualification. They suffered a 2-0 loss to Ireland. Their captain Cristiano Ronaldo was booed in Dublin and was shown a red card. This was his first red card in 226 international appearances. CR7 now risks missing his side's opener in the 2026 event. On to tennis, Carlos Alcaraz will finish the year as the #1 ranked men's player. He displaced Yannick Sinner after beating Lorenzo Musetti in straight sets at the ATP Finals group stage match. This win sent Alex de Minaur to a semi-final showdown with Sinner. Over in golf, US President Donald Trump's granddaughter Kay Trump made her LPGA debut in Florida. She had a forgetful outing, finishing last. Trump is currently ranked 461st in American Junior Golf Association rankings. And summing it up with baseball, Japanese star Shohei Ohtani won his 4th MVP award. This was Ohtani's 3rd consecutive prize. The Dodgers star finished the regular season with 55 home runs and 62 strikeouts. Ohtani also won the World Series title with the LA Dodgers recently. The test series between India and South Africa is underway and all focus is on one man, Shubman Gill, the captain of the Indian test side. It's an envious place to be in, for sure, especially for someone that young, but that also means added pressure and scrutiny. And so, the question is, does he have it in him to go through the rigor and understand it all fully well? Now, leading the national test side is no walk in the park. But the best part is Shubman Gill's trial by fire at least took place already against England. It was challenging, it was intimidating, yet he managed to stand his ground and lead from the front. But that's the thing, it's easy to feel that's the momentum this Indian side will carry forward to the series against world champion South Africa, but that's definitely not true, at least for Gill, who's coming off a not-so-flattering T20 series against Australia. But that's the beauty and testing times that Gill is living through currently. He just came off after captaining a series against Australia in an ODI tour, leading seniors, of course, playing under Suryakumar Yadav in the T20Is format. And within a week, he's now leading the test side against South Africa in India. The opposition is different, the conditions different, so too the requirements. But the bigger worry for experts is not so much the shift in captaincy, though that is also a very, very heavy one to carry forward, rather it's a shift in mindset, especially when it comes to his batting.
His biggest challenge will be adjusting to different formats as quickly as possible. In Test cricket, you need temperament, patience, and you also need to change your game plan according to the format, and to do that very quickly is always challenging for any top-class player.
There are very few players in world cricket who have managed to stamp their authority across all 3 formats and lead the side with ease and effortlessness. The volume of cricket is, of course, one big factor, but even if we put the whole question of workload aside for just a bit, it shouldn't really try Gill so much, especially since he's all of just 26. But That's still a factor. The larger question is what Pujara alludes to. Pujara, of course, one of India's former cricketers who's done really well in this format himself. Someone who did the grind in the longest format and tried to do his best across the shorter ones. So he knows what it takes and what alterations you have to make it work, especially mentally as a cricketer.
Someone like Shubman, who is still a young player, doesn't really have a heavy physical workload, but mentally it can be challenging. Now he suddenly has to shift from white ball to red ball cricket, not in Australia, but in India, where the conditions are completely different.
Now add the likelihood of Gill batting at the critical all-important number 3 position, either that or opening, of course, because your top 3 in any side is reserved for the best and technically most sound batters. So the pressure is on. There is no softer or more polite way of putting this out there. The one good thing, of course, though, is that Gill has time on his hands. The management clearly wants to keep the faith in his abilities as a leader in the batting lineup and out there on the field. And when your management backs you, that's half the battle won. He has a great core group around him across all formats, from the seniors in Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in the ODI format to the likes of KL Rahul, Jasprit Bumrah and Ravindra Jadeja in tests. So while it is overall a daunting challenge, one thing is sure. He has the support and the assistance from all quarters here. How well he can adapt, soak in that pressure, and well, enjoy the weight of expectations rather than getting burdened by it all is what could really define the coming year for Shubman Gill. Lionel Messi is officially set to land in India this December as part of the GOAT Tour, and the buzz, the excitement, the absolute chaos around his arrival, it's already up there. Fans are counting down days, organisers are building the hype up brick by brick. And for thousands of Indians, what once felt like just a distant dream, meeting Messi might actually become real. But here's the catch, something this big and something this historic has to come with a price. Now, a very heavy price at that. We're talking anywhere between $11,000 all the way up to a jaw-dropping $120,000. That's the kind of fever Messi is generating here in India, a fever people are ready to pay for, and wholeheartedly. The question is, will it control the damage that came from the Kerala snub? Now, Messi's road to India has been a roller coaster one. It all began with the massive buzz about Messi coming to Kerala for a high-profile friendly match. The excitement hit full tilt. Hotels started getting booked out. Fans began planning trips. Social media went nuclear. But then, of course, the brakes slammed and slammed down hard. Kerala couldn't clear the necessary requirements on time, is what we hear, and suddenly the match was postponed. Which means even if that Kerala friendly were to happen next year, it's far away, it's uncertain, and definitely not happening anytime here in 2025. And that's exactly what makes the GOAT Tour this December so much more crucial. Multiple cities, massive exhibition, events, an entire lineup built around Messi's presence. And most importantly, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for fans to get up close. And I mean really close to the man himself. This isn't your typical wave from a distance kind of moment. This is an actual personal meet and greet. And naturally, organisers are capitalizing on it. It's business, and it's with Messi. Business is booming. Fans are hyped, organisers are cashing in, and the prices, well, they speak for themselves. The official packages announced for Messi's India tour are nothing short of premium, and the top tier ones stretch all the way up to a whopping mark. Now, first, of course, is the GOAT fan experience. A private meet and greet, a professional photo with Messi, autographed jersey, a luxury dinner, and special access to a session where Messi takes penalty kicks with Bollywood celebrities. Next up is clearly for people who want to create a generational memory and are ready to pay like it. This includes a family meet and greet, 2 signed jerseys, a photo session, and exclusive access to a premium dinner. And last is a special package, and that's priced at $120,000. It involves a corporate felicitation, a lifetime memento opportunity, a meet and greet, a photo opportunity for the corporate team, an autographed Argentina jersey, among other benefits. But let's be clear, this isn't just a football event, it's a cultural moment. The biggest football superstar on the planet visiting a country where football culture is exploding. Youth followership is skyrocketing and social media amplifies everything 1,000 times. This is India telling the world we are ready for mega sporting experiences, and organizers, of course, seeing that energy, now pushing the envelope with big ticket packages, premium hospitality, global standard events, and of course, celebrity-driven hype. Now, whether you think the price points are fair or absolutely outrageous, that depends on how you see Messi. For some, he's just a footballer. For others, he's a once-in-a-lifetime legend. So for many, this is huge. But this is one thing everyone needs to remember. The same happened in Hong Kong. Fans paid for meet and greets, but that didn't happen. And that led to a massive backlash. So it's not just about fans shelling out the big bucks, it's about the supporters showing faith in the organizers. And this time there cannot be a repeat of Hong Kong. The fallout was massive and Messi had to apologize back then. A reason why, when Kerala didn't happen, the organizers added Hyderabad to the calendar. They had to. A reflection of their commitment towards fans from every region. So while they are doing everything to capitalize on this buzz, they also have the additional responsibility of delivering. Of Messi delivering. And can they do it? As December approaches, one thing is certain. Messi's India tour is about to be one of the most talked about sports events of the year. The expenses are high, the hype is higher, and the expectations, that's gone through the roof already. But for fans who've spent their entire lives watching him on their screens, getting to meet that hero might just be worth every single dollar spent. Manchester United, her name once synonymous with dominance, trophies and the fear of every opponent who dared to enter the Old Trafford, has over the last few years been more about managers passing through the revolving doors and a stadium in tatters. And while the last few weeks have shown some hope, United fans are trying to be cautiously optimistic. There's one supporter, though, who's taken loyalty to a whole new level because his fandom, it's not just emotional anymore. A die-hard Manchester United fan hasn't had a haircut in nearly a year, and he's gone viral because he's waiting for the club to win 5 games in a row. The question is, will the fan even get a haircut this year, or will United help him get closer to the barber? Take a look.
Football fans and their fandom can never be questioned. These are a bunch that can go to any length to support their club. Meet Frank Illett, a die-hard Manchester United fan, a supporter who has not had a haircut in nearly a year. Why? Because he's waiting for the club to win 5 games in a row. Yep, 5 wins, that's it. A simple streak that any big club should be able to manage in their sleep. But with Manchester United, apparently even barbers have to wait for a miracle. Frank, originally from Oxford but now living in Spain, made this promise back in October last year. He thought it would last, maybe a few weeks? A fun fan challenge, something to light up a gloomy season. Fast forward to more than 12 months, and Frank's hair has turned into a full-blown afro of frustration. He calls it a symbol of endurance. We call it the longest rebuild since Ten Hag's tactics. Frank started documenting his journey on Instagram, and guess what? He's now got over 700,000 followers. Fans tune in regularly to check on his hair's progress, or more accurately, the lack of United's, and Frank has been hilariously honest about it.
It's been an absolutely crazy journey. I never expected my hair, or my following, to be as big as it has become.
Well, Frank, United did not expect their trophy drought to get this big either. The closest he's come to getting a trim back in January when United actually managed 3 straight wins. Hope was alive. The scissors were on standby. And then Crystal Palace happened. A 2-0 loss that shattered more than dreams. It extended Frank's hairline hostage situation. And of course, social media has had a field day. Jokes that Frank's afro has grown more than United's trophy cabinet since 2017, to his hair having more volume than United's midfield. Social media is full of such comments. The question is, if he waits for Man United to win 5 in a row, will he end up with dreadlocks by 2030? Here's the thing, Frank's story isn't just about humor, it's about hope. The kind of ridiculous, unwavering hope that only true blue sports fans can understand. And his dream?
I'm hopeful that maybe by the end of the year, maybe I'll get a haircut. The perfect ending would be one of the players to cut it at Old Trafford.
Now that would be a story for the ages. Bruno Fernandes with clippers, Casemiro with a comb, and Ruben Amorim just standing there saying we are in the process. And yes, United have been better this season. New signings settling in, defense looking tighter, and finally a bit of belief creeping back into the theatre of dreams. But 5 straight wins? That's still their biggest nemesis since Pep Guardiola. Frank and his long locks are waiting, becoming a symbol of everything that United fans have endured for the past decade. The rebuilds, the resets, the next season will be ours, all rolled into one glorious mop of uncut hope. Old Trafford keeps echoing with chants of glory, glory, Man United. Frank's waiting, comb in hand, barber on speed dial, and hope still alive. This has taught us one thing though, that real fans never give up, even when their hair does.
Time for Last Serve. The world's finest athletes collaborated to complete the ultimate aerial obstacle course. Paragliders, aerobatic pilots, and drone teams showcased their skills across 8 global locations. Take a look. That wraps it up here on Firstpost. I'll of course see you after this weekend. Do take care. Bye-bye.